another edition of the AEW Dynamite Review. We're back once again. My name is Frank Jofo, and to my left, the biggest WWE fan to ever live. He's back. Well, this is AEW, but so it's irrelevant.
As
Select
per usual, my co-host here, Frank Jofo, putting words in my mouth like he's been doing here each and every Wednesday night. Just spreading fire, lies, rumors, just throwing shit into the universe. But we'll get into that. He'll get into his nonsense later. Screw him. I'm happy to see you guys. Happy to see Claudio's back.
Claudio is back to his left.
To
his right, sorry.
His impersonation of Mr. Bean. And we have up top of me right there, you see it as Alex, the deluxe package.
Duh.
Glad to be back.
Hold on, let's expand this video here. Who's in the chat? We, of course, as always, we're live right after Dynamite every week. We have the live chat, so feel free, whoever's in the chat, chime in to whatever we're talking about. Tell your friends, be part of the show, be part of the conversation. That's what it's all about.
And of course, you can't forget the people that are listening to us on audio podcasts. If you will comment on our show and follow us and share it too.
Where can they find those audio?
Well, every
podcasts?
single one you could think of. There's Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. The list goes on.
Everywhere.
The links are in our description. Don't be shy.
We are everywhere. We are worldwide. We are one of the top YouTube channels in India right now.
Calm down.
India, shout out to all the people from India, our third most watched region on YouTube.
I love it.
Shout out to Hey, we get love from everywhere. But speaking of love,
I knew that was coming. Vintage Selective Brew.
Let's get into a love fest here. As I got to be transparent with you guys, I had quite the day. So the first, I'd say 20, 25 minutes, I didn't see, but I just saw from the results a brief what happened. So let me turn it over to, let's go to Alex, who's, I could go to him for straight facts and knowledge here on wrestling.
That's for sure.
I'll leave you and you two, your Danhausen and you to bring your side, your little sideshow to. You guys I'll let you bring your little young bucks to the
I know I didn't give
me and Alex who bring the real wrestling.
I know I didn't give him
show.
the introduction that he deserves, but that's Claudio Capri, Mr. Comedy himself.
Entertainment. Mr. Entertainment. Formerly Claudio Capri Entertainment. Am I right, Claudio? Eh? Huh? Was it formerly Claudio Capri Entertainment? Wasn't that your page before?
I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
your YouTube channel.
No, it's that now. So much people knowing what I do.
Before it was Claudio Capri Comedy.
Disrespect, man.
Either way, Alex, let's get into the show. Alex, kick us off. Let's get into the wrestling. Shout out D. Cena, by the way, in the chat. Go ahead.
Cena, we love you.
Go ahead.
Let's get to the action at this point.
Exactly. See, this guy's spinning over here.
We started off right away with Adam Cole versus Christian Cage right off the bat. The opening starts. Adam Cole's music hits. He's out. I think they had a pretty good match, a pretty good TV match. The crowd was really into it. That made it so much better. And what always I think I bring this up pretty often, but what sets apart these matches, I find them very often on Dynamite, you always have wrestlers doing a million moves, wrestling so fast, per million moves in one match. These guys, they take it slow. Especially, I think that's Christian's influence.
That's exactly what I was
really
going to say. Christian. Honestly, that's where the veteran comes into play, and he's okay, whatever. He came from WWE. He's fought legend after legend. He was a world champion, So for him I think that he dictated that match. I'm going to agree with you 100%. And it just goes to show that Adam Cole, like him or not, the guy could have a good match when it has to happen, and he did. It was a good match.
And you know what else? I didn't see it, but from what you guys are saying, another big key element is they've both done TV. And WWE TV. Yes. And so I'm sure they've been stressed on the opening match. It has to be good, but you can't have the opening match be one of those 6-man, high flying, high adrenaline right out the gates.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like we talked a couple weeks ago. The Dax and how much CM Punk? CM Punk was a good classic match, classic wrestling, good pace.
Yeah.
It doesn't start you off like it's so high intensity. Then everything else after it's like, you know what I mean? You don't
Get
start
drained out right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Shout outs to Circle of Debate. Go just check them out on social media and on YouTube as well. But what I wanted to say about that is that I had something I was going to say, and I got distracted there with your. I just saw that. Are we wearing the same shirt?
I know it.
What's going on here? Anyways,
but I just to commemorate Big Papa Pump, I did biceps yesterday. Maximum pump.
Are you gonna save Rick Steiner, Bruno?
What?
Now that he got kidnapped, are you gonna save Rick Steiner?
Well, he got kidnapped.
See?
Oh, you did.
He doesn't watch.
Boy.
He doesn't watch.
I didn't see, but not on the pay-per-view. So this happened.
It happened last night
on Raw,
on
NXT.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes,
you have to make the save.
But yeah, that's what everyone was saying. One of them had to get involved in Braun's storyline.
And I think
the big question is, when are they going to acknowledge his name and just straight up change it? You know, is that going to be a storyline thing down the line where it's like, I want my name or whatever?
That's the whole point, man. But getting back to that Christian.
Before we go, just May the Tunes, Peanuts, or. What's up?
Hey, what's going on?
I think that's got to be up there with most.
I like that.
Random YouTube names, but I like it. I like everybody.
Subscribe to our channel if you haven't subscribed. My B Tunes Peanuts, or thank you for showing up. But I wanted to say that going back to Christian, you think that they give them a little bit extra pressure on them because. Like Bruno said, they do come from WWE. They do come from being on TV. So that assumption of them not like you don't really have to tell them much because they already know what's going on, right? So you think having them as the first match was a good idea in that sense that we don't have to worry about these guys. These guys are going to take care of it.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. You leave it to a veteran, like you said. Christian knows that he's been doing this for way too who knows how long. You know,
Canadian wrestler too.
And, that's it. And what I think what made the match really good is that, again, like I was talking about, so many wrestlers doing a lot of moves in one match. They focus more on reversals and counters moves to the big moves that their signature moves. So that's really what makes a match exciting.
Near falls and thinking that because at one point I actually thought Christian was going to pull it out there, and that's where it comes down to. I want to feel that way when I watch a match, even regardless if there's nothing there's nothing that's going to come out of it in the end, right? And yet, like I was arguing the point of last week, but this week it made sense. It made sense. And
what I want to know,
baby.
Did the next match, what I heard took place, did it make sense and did it get a good reaction? And I'm talking about Samoa Joe making his AEW debut. Was that next? I'm guessing that was next.
I'm all for Samoa Joe. Like I'm a big Samoa Joe fan. Like it's just by and everyone's gonna give him that negative talk right off the bat, looking at his physique and everything. But the guy could wrestle. The guy could kill anybody on the mic. His physique is not a 10 on 10. Fine, we all know that, but. Then the argument comes into play, like what I said last week. It was like, why is Max Caster fighting CM Punk for no apparent reason? At least this week it was for the tournament, but we kind of knew, I would love for Max Caster to win that match.
What tournament was?
It's the Owen Hart.
Okay, so there's a men's and a women's.
There's a men and a women. So this week it started. This was one of the first matches in the tournament. So Samoa Joe advances. Max Caster loses again. 8 to the Tracks gave it a 7.9 out of 10
for the freestyle.
The freestyle was great.
Yeah,
they dissed. There was an NXT disc in there too.
The X Division from TNA.
Yes,
that was a good one too.
And, so
injury prone.
But I you know what it is? I look at the face of Samoa Joe, and I know he's a serious guy, and like for the business. You think he's like, oh, you know what? They wanted me. I'm going to take advantage. I'm getting paid. Here I am. Whatever happens. Who gives a shit?
I'm sure most of the guys are doing.
It looked like he was like, like stuff that he would never do in WWE. I guarantee you that. The little dancing and all that stupidity that he was doing, which was cool.
I think he was just feeding off of the crowd. The crowd was way into him. Joe's going to kill you.
You have a little bit more leeway in AEW as well, which is very seen in all these matches and promos and all that. But is he going to be a big time player? I'm sure we're going to get the Jay Lethal versus Samoa Joe in the future. That's a guarantee. Yeah.
I'm happy Jay Lethal got something finally. He's turned heel now, apparently, right? He's officially a bad guy.
Yeah.
Claudio, are you a Samoa Joe fan?
Yeah, I'm a Samoa Joe fan.
Are you?
Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
His entrance music was better than WWE. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
Well,
I missed
listen,
it. I missed it.
you said it, so I know we got to talk about it on air. Speaking of entrance music, we said it on the
He's all entrance.
Saturday night.
Who?
The fact that now your boy Cody Rhodes was able to
Say it out loud.
when that music hit at WrestleMania with his own music, it's literally copy paste. It was like I was watching it. I was saying it was like fucking the WWE Universe mode that someone downloaded Cody Rhodes'
But that
AEW character.
never happens, right? 'Cause,
Yeah,
you know what I
the
mean?
whole thing though, the
That's
music, the
him.
tights, the everything. It's like literally
Everything.
him. Everything is his name.
It's all his, right?
Yeah, and just
Smart.
I'm sure you guys must have seen it by now. This guy, has come full circle. Now the biggest
Not saying I
Cody
came full
Rhodes
circle.
fan.
I think I was a fan the whole time. I think I've said that many times. Hating him, I don't think I've ever said that personally, but maybe you could check the archives. But no, I respect good wrestlers, and you know what? I've turned a new leaf, man. Honestly, Cody Rhodes has made me a believer, man. He's made me a believer.
Did Alex? What's your thoughts on that? I don't think we got.
I don't know
hear
what
this.
sure you're talking about, Circle of Debate there, but
No, I
we're going
think
to
it was
come out
like
with a new shirt, that's for sure. Sorry, Alex.
no, it's okay. I'd say Cody had a great return. Like you couldn't have like written that or like pictured it any better. Like
Yeah.
perfect. Like exactly like you said, copy pasted
And
his AEW and indie gimmick.
And I
But
don't-
and it's great though. Yeah, sorry, just want to say that it's like thank God they didn't put him in polka dots like his father.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, are they gonna do that?
Thank God.
He
I
gave the
would've-
tease of Stardust there in the ring. That was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
And you know what? Like I
Great match,
don't
too.
think there's enough thanks to Seth Rollins for this, because you know what? Seth Rollins had to do something without somebody actually there. You know how hard that is. It wasn't as like prolific as the Cena Rock push, the storyline where they usually weren't on TV together and they were doing stuff on the side. But you kind of knew it was going to be Cody Rhodes. You wanted it to be Cody Rhodes, but then there was people saying, "Oh, maybe he's going to be in Ring of Honor. Maybe he's going." So there was always that contemplation. But deep down, Cody Rhodes, he did it for himself, and that's what I respect. And you know what? And as I say this, I was reading a lot of the stuff that he did the last couple of days, and he said that there's going to be people from AEW making the transition to WWE. And his good friends, we all know who his good friends are, MJF, Ricky Starks, those guys there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them in the WWE in the future. So I can't wait to see what happens. But it's good for wrestling, all this, It's good for wrestling.
Yeah. I was just gonna add something since you said that there's gonna be a shift from AEW to WWE. And now I felt at the beginning it was more like, oh shit, Vince McMahon should be kind of scared, nervous that all the wrestlers that he had on WWE are gonna go AEW. Now I find it's reverse. Now I find, and again, this is what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So now I'm finding Tony Khan is sort of sweating. He's like, oh shit, you know what? So, because there was something that came out with MJF came out with an interview. There was an article. I mean, I just read the headline, but he was saying like he was like I didn't fully read what the article was saying, but from what I'm understanding, it looks like MJF something had to do with the pace. MJF would go to WWE. That's gonna be,
of course, man. It just goes to show that anyone or everybody that has been in WWE or left WWE for no matter reason, quit or fired, you use the platform that you had in WWE to propel yourself wherever you go after WWE to make sure that you come back stronger. Because Vince McMahon is not going to let somebody go and take somebody back exactly the same way they left. There's a reason why they let you go. You know what I mean? Yeah. There is something deep down. But a guy like Cody Rhodes, like a guy like Zack Ryder, they'd be stupid not to bring him back because he's revolutionized. He revolutionized himself after leaving WWE. Drew McIntyre, the same thing. What happened to him? He came back, became a world champion. Bobby Lashley, the same thing.
Well,
so guys like that.
Speaking of guys coming and going, speaking of guys coming and going from WWE.
Ooh.
We have Shawn Spears who left, and
bad entrance,
and Wardlow, who may be one of those guys in the future that will be going
off the radar for sure
to WWE.
You know what?
You heard it
I
here
called
first.
it.
Select the
I
move.
called it tonight. You know, now since MJF cannot quote unquote banned him. You know, I think
It's
now.
real though. Hey,
Yeah. Now I have a feeling Wardlow is just gonna be trolling going
well,
in.
you know
But
what? It's,
you know what? I
it's
can't.
great for Wardlow though. Look at the
Yeah.
elevation. Like it's built to this
Yeah.
point. You know, so
Yeah.
then the question
Yeah.
comes down to when these two animals fight, MJF versus Wardlow, which one could take the loss? You know, and MJF, I think MJF has to win. He has to keep building that heel, and
I think for Wardlow, MJF's gonna take the loss. For Wardlow.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this right now, folks. You heard it here first. I said it. I may be wrong. I have a feeling that MJF and Wardlow are gonna take this fight to WWE.
Ooh.
the future.
My
We know
again, I
Cody,
may be wrong.
Cody MJF is going to take place at WrestleMania 40.
Or-
Another
or-
thing I'm calling WrestleMania 40.
or
Cody
Royal
MJF.
Rumble.
You laugh. You laugh.
I'm laughing.
Watch.
I'm laughing.
2024. 2024.
I'm laughing.
Or
MJF.
Cody Rhodes is gonna go back. Or Cody Rhodes is gonna go back to.
You never know.
AEW.
That's the thing. That's a good point. Because, like, you know, when 3 years come up, when Cody's contract, let's just say it's 3 years. Maybe it's 2. Maybe it's 4. Let's just throw a number.
Deal.
Cody is going up in
let's just-
WWE.
MJF, it's 2024. Even there's even Moxley that's done after next year. You know, these guys. If he built himself, like if Moxley comes back to WWE, it's John Moxley.
Oh, no.
You know,
He's not going back.
No,
They're not
because
taking him.
they change. If it's a guy like Keith Lee. Keith Lee's the like Samoa Joe. They all everyone looks the same. Everyone's doing the same thing they were doing in WWE on AEW TV. Okay, at least Jericho's doing something different. Moxley's doing something. Daniel Bryan. They're all doing something different. So when the time comes, when hey Vince, my contract's done. What are you putting on the table? And money talks. And everybody's and if nobody. You're a liar if you say you don't want to work for WWE because everyone wants to work for WWE.
You know what, Frank? You said it from the beginning, and and you said it on Dirty Four. He goes, you know, everyone goes to AEW to build a character, right? Like, for example, talking about Wyndham, and you're saying, you know, maybe Wyndham's going to go to AEW, he's going to build this character, and then when he finally built it, when he finally has a foundation, he's going to take that character and just go to WWE.
Yes,
or
because
vice
why?
versa.
Because it's you're betting on yourself. Exactly what Cody Rhodes did. It's exactly like Cody Rhodes from when he left WWE till now. It's a completely different guy. You know, like so.
By the way, before we move to the explosions, you know, going back to John Moxley, you know, he was saying WWE had a hard time on there because, you know, he had to be PG Dean Ambrose. Right here, I'm here again. I might be going crazy, but
I think I know where you're going with this because even Brian Danielson said the same thing. He told Vince, he goes, "I want to bleed. I want to have these matches." Vince says, he goes, "I can't do that for you." He goes, "Okay." That's why he went to AEW because they're gonna allow to do that, right?
But are you finding now that they're still PG?
Who?
Bryanson and Moxley?
Well, give it time because I'm sure if they're
because
talking about
I'm
blood
watching
and
them-
beating people up and stuff, I'm sure they're not going to just do a tarantelle with them in the ring. So I'm sure there's going to be some bloodshed.
You can't do blood every week, every
That's
night.
what it is too, right? And exactly. That's a good point. You can, but why? This is to. I wouldn't like it every week.
Let's not go too far off course here. This match quickly. I guess we had Shawn Spears. What's his name? Captain Jack. What's his name?
Shawn Dean.
Captain Shawn Dean.
Hey, show your respect.
He tied with what's his name? Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden now? I'll remember his name. Sorry. No, Tyson Maddox. I'm sorry. We've had him on the show. I'm sorry. Tyson Maddox tagged with Captain Dean, Shawn Dean in AEW in his debut. Tyson Maddox, which was on our show too as well. But they said he was too big to anyways, that's another story.
Before we move on, you want to hit up Ivan's comment?
Ivan, and that's the beauty about having other promotions is to find yourself, to get yourself over, and when we want you, they'll call you. Exactly. One thing is that they never say never. Exactly. I
said Cody may have made the template of what you have to do now.
Cody was smashing the Triple H chair and dissing WWE left and right, and look where it is now.
I'm talking about owning your things, so not making the corporation or the business, the company owning.
Yeah.
Like trademark your character, trademark your catchphrases, trademark your music, so that way as you build over years, like Cody did, you're bringing something.
Yeah.
When they bring you in, they're bringing like IP, like you're like a mini company, right?
Yeah.
Your intellectual property, your logo, your name.
You're a brand. It's a brand.
Yeah.
You're building your brand. Yakuza series right here. Sorry to interrupt. He goes, a triple threat match, Samoa Joe versus CM Punk versus MJF. I'd love to see that. Samoa Joe, CM Punk, Jay Lethal, that whole combination there.
Yeah, but would that happen?
A lot of dream matches. But then what after?
But that
at least build to it, please.
That can't happen before the CM Punk MJF thing resolves one-on-one.
What I'm just trying to say is just don't give us that match. I know we want to see it. It's fine.
They wouldn't do that.
But just give us something to look
CM
like,
Punk,
like
MJF are gonna have a big time match in the future. They left it open.
Yeah.
That's
Samoa
what I
Joe,
like
CM
about
Punk
it.
too. I'd love to see
They could
again.
do this little Wardlow thing for a bit.
Those matches. You're a big Ring of Honor guy too. You know those. The fuck, man.
That's it. Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. You have to watch if 2004 and 2005.
Yeah.
That's what put Ring of Honor on the map.
Yeah. Samoa Joe,
because
man.
of that. That's the thing. You have to. I think you have to praise as much as I think that I don't think Tony Khan should keep Ring of Honor going. I think that's my opinion. It ran its course.
Yeah.
But Ring of Honor has its footprints and fingerprints rather in WWE and AEW and just about everywhere in pro wrestling. So
True.
Samoa Joe and CM Punk. That I know that
they don't get enough. They don't get enough
20 years
recognition
later.
for It's like the forgotten promotion, which it shouldn't be.
What's good for Tony and the fact they bought Ring of Honor, like I talked about with him on the weekend, is the fact that he bought that brand and he kind of has another company, even though it's just like an extension we all see. It kind of takes away the confusion that WWE got into when they did the brand split and tried to make it like it's two companies competing against each other. But when it was just two shows, and then it was like the WWE Raw Tag Team Champions, WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champions, WWE, at least now he could do it in a way where there's Ring of Honor and there's those set of titles. Or there's the heavyweight, the women's, and the tag.
The footage too,
and then
right?
there's the AEW. Set of titles, so down the line as we see, he's collecting talent.
Yeah. But you can only you can't go and show WWE footage of CM Punk or Samoa Joe or Daniel Bryan or all these guys. A lot of them were in Ring of Honor, so it's easy pickings.
Like he said, he has that library now. He has Ring of Honor.
Circle of Debate already has a library too. He's got the DVDs of Ring of Honor, so maybe they could reach out to him.
I'm with Circle of Debate. I have a few DVDs at home as well, so my ROH collection.
You know what? We did a bunch of reviews. We did some classic ECW reviews. We did some classic WWE reviews. We haven't done any. Did we do WCW? Not officially, but I would be down if we'll do this in the future. We'll leave it to you, Alex, to choose what you think are a couple of the more notable pay-per-views. And we could do
I got one right now. One right now, I can just tell you.
Throw it up.
Glory by Honor Night 2 in 2005. The main event match was Bryan Danielson versus Kenta for the ROH title. One of my favorite Ring of Honor matches.
Wow.
And the whole show, it was in Manhattan Center in New York.
Okay, the old Raw's War. Where they had Raw back in the day. That's cool, man. I always love that arena.
So
that's one off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stay tuned then.
Stay tuned for
right here on Jofo in the Ring channel, where we're coming up with new podcasts, new content, and soon new merch because we got to get him his new shirt, the new Cody shirt, and we won't have. But one thing we know you can't get on our store, but Chuck, what the fuck is that? Why am I drawing
Is this a sponsorship here? A cheap plug for somebody?
Chuck Taylor, we find out tonight that Chuck Taylor bought Yuta's tights in this next promo. I say that.
I love that.
That's what we don't have on our store. We'll have some new shirts, some new designs, but
what a good friend.
What a good friend, eh?
Chuck Taylor bought Yuta's tights. The Cornette's been bashing Yuta's tights on the last couple podcasts.
Really?
It's his only knock. He likes them. He's just been hating his tights. So it's pretty funny.
Just trying to find
I
something
wonder if they're doing it for that reason, why Chuck said that. But then after...
Of course they are. Of course.
And then...
Brett Fart. What's going on? Subscribe to our channel if you're not a subscriber. Brett Fart. Welcome to the chat.
Ooh, the Brett Fart.
Don't get it confused with Bret Hart. It's Brett Fart. Maybe friends with Tony Khan, but we'll go wait and see. What's the next segment that was there? Oh, that was the Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, we had Chuck Taylor, and then we had Trent, who called. He came in and said, "No, screw you, because of us, you're here." Pretty much calling him out.
basically.
Trent doesn't like Yuta because Yuta pretty much replaced him while he was injured. Trent.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It's like that animosity.
Oh wow! I didn't know it was that deep. Okay.
Who did Trent say he has to fight first though?
Danielson, I think. Yeah,
That's
Trent
right,
has to wrestle Danielson.
I think he's fighting him next week or on Rampage I saw that
Rampage,
quick there. Yeah.
That's it, Rampage. Hard to keep track.
Yeah.
And then we got I don't know, this is a recap from earlier, but we saw the Jericho Appreciation Society getting beat up. Or was this happening live? I kind of had it in the background.
Early in the night, I think they said.
Yeah, because Kingston had the same shirt on. He had
Yeah, so we saw that Savage beating in the back. I'm pretty sure we went to commercial or something. Then we came back and Kingston, Santana Ortiz came to the ring. Kingston, no music, just talking shit as he walks down. Said, we ain't got no time for music. And he said,
I just laughed when they were
Jericho,
when he was talking. I feel like he's not like I don't know. He's not an intimidating guy, Brandon Kingston. Like they haven't done anything to prove me.
I like this. Funny, it made me laugh when he's trying to put over that.
Thank you, Bret Fart.
No matter when, no matter where, on site, they're gonna take care of all the guys, whether they're there with their family, their kids, they're at the theme park, they're at the restaurant. On site, they're taking care of this.
So basically, what he was trying to tell us is we're gonna get footage of either Kingston running into Jericho's house or something, or I don't know, something like that's gonna happen. Or
Whatever.
All right.
I gotta say.
Go ahead, Alex. What?
No, Claudio, go ahead.
When he said that, it reminded me of Triple H beating Randy Orton in his house. In WWE, and I'm like, oh my god, is this? I'm like, all right, I'm curious. I'm like I'm just picturing this Jericho doing talk. Is Jericho, and all of a sudden Kingston comes out of nowhere to
See, that would be good. That would be good. See, that's a good idea.
And then Joey Casada, he's just on the floor.
Joey Casada, what am I doing here?
He has like a baseball bat with the what you call it, with the oh my god, I always forgot what the baseball bat with
barbed wire.
Barbed wire. You see Joey Casada is on the floor. Like,
but I know Joey will have his back. That's for sure. I would too if I was there. But that'd be a good idea if it wasn't at his house, it could be at where he does his podcast studio or everything. That'd be a good idea.
Or remember like one of the 2.0s are having sex, and all of a sudden Eddie kicks his brakes the window of the car.
Is he gonna bring a TV and throw it through the window like he tried to throw a TV at friggin' Jericho?
Yeah.
Oh man, that was hilarious. The same TV.
Man. So we're gonna get this match. I'm sure we're gonna get. It's probably gonna be one of those the Stampede matches there, the stadium ones there. I'm sure.
No, they said
six-man tag.
Yeah, Ortiz called them out to a 6-man tag or not, as he said.
Well,
what they gotta say though, Santana is looking jacked. He's definitely putting on some fucking pure mass. Like he's looking like a fucking. Watch out for them too for maybe a potential WWE against the Usos down the line. Usos, I said that so weird. The Usos against the
Usos.
Amazing match.
That would be a good match. First, I want them to clean house in AEW. Let them get their due. Them against FTR is something to look out for. That's gonna be a good match when we finally get that. But yeah, I'm just saying Santana's looking jack, Ortiz too looking like super like in shape. They're serious.
Do you think the Cody Rhodes factor in WWE will make it an easier transition if it does happen for an AEW WWE partnership? If it's ever going to happen, it has to happen now. Like with Cody Rhodes there.
No, it's not going to happen like right away.
Okay, I'm not saying right away.
It's going to be as people's the WWE smart. They're going to see who's getting a good crowd reaction, like they did with Cody, and then also the thing that Cody's going to bring to the table is that inside knowledge of like who they could trust is who he says who's professional.
Yeah.
He'll say like Santana Ortiz, these guys are professional, they work hard, or maybe not. Maybe, he'll say that, we don't know the behind the scenes, but one thing I know Cody will be able to bring to the table is he'll be able to put in the word for WWE and the producers and the big people.
So much money to be made.
Who are the serious guys? Who's there for like MJF?
Yeah.
MJF we know for sure. Yeah, the MJF things. Go ahead. What did you say?
Sorry, just to say like the Cody Rhodes factor. I think like those are all good points, but I think what's really that's important what Cody did by helping to start AEW is that he put like the control into the wrestler's hands. Now the wrestler, the talent is the free agent, and so when it comes down to the contract negotiation, they have control.
Yeah.
So if WWE doesn't give them what they want, or they can counter say that AEW is giving me a counter offer and then get a better offer for
now.
themselves.
There's a reason for AEW wrestlers to say, hey, you know what, maybe I'll renegotiate. But you know what, Cody's there. I like working with Cody. Cody has a little bit of pull there. It's a harder decision now to stay in AEW.
Maybe not
now
even to work with Cody. They'll bring people in, like not even to have a program with Cody at all. But Cody knows who they are. Cody's produced them. He's been their boss. It's like
Cody Rhodes now is not the same as if you're saying this 7 years ago. You're like, okay, who cares about Cody Rhodes and Stardust now? But now it's a different story now. So a lot of people are gonna say, maybe I will.
But I'm sure they also are impressed with his businessman aspect.
Of course.
So when I'm saying it's gonna be all good things for who the serious people are. He'll just build. All I'm saying is that he'll be able to put in the word. It's not gonna be necessary for him to say, oh, I want to work with this guy. Like I want to have a program with them, but like I said, whether it be a woman, a tag team, whatever, a younger guy, a Sammy Guevara maybe type of stuff.
Rousey might go to AEW. Who knows?
Whoever gives the better offer, that's what it comes down to.
Remember, the shift has begun, man.
But it's a combination of offer and also what they're gonna say they see you doing in a year, 2 years, 3 years from now.
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it will matter now. It will matter now because some people will think that but maybe some people say, listen, if I go to WWE first, but I know I'll be thrown in, I'll be an undercard, and But if I go to AEW first, I know it's more loose, so I'll be able to put my character over, create my name, my character. So then when that 3 years is done, when I get that WWE contract, now they're looking at me as a guy with a following, a fan base, a proven TV
All
record.
we know is that MJF is going to be the highest paid wrestler in a couple of years.
It's more strategic now. Exactly. It's more. If MJF, you prove my point. If MJF isn't doing what he's doing now, and he went to
he can parlay it to stay with AEW to tell them to give me more money.
But saying exactly, it's beautiful that there's both. But I'm saying if there wasn't both options, what was MJF's option? Go to NXT.
He's 24 years old.
No, but saying if there wasn't this option, his only option to MJF would be stay in the Indies or go to NXT or whatever WWE signs you and do whatever they want you to do.
MJF
at least now they could say, listen, I was just this character for 3 years, 4 years. I was champ or whatever I am. Now I'm signing with you, WWE. This is kind of what I want. Whether it be storyline wise or futures or whatever it is, there's leverage now. Give Tony Khan that props and Cody as well.
Sucks to be fucking Tony Khan now.
But Cody helped build the alternative, and then showed, like you guys are both saying, to wrap it all up, to prove you guys are right. I'm just backing you up. Cody helped build that other company, helped build an alternative. So now there's a bidding war, and now there's more places for wrestlers to pin against each other, or exactly like I said, say, listen, right now I think it's easier for me to go here because they won't bury me in an undercard, or vice versa. Some people might be happy what they do in AEW and say, I don't want to sign AEW and they're going to put me on dark for my first year and a half. I think I'm ready for NXT, or I think I'm ready for whatever.
Possibly.
Just like one small comment to end that, but the best part about this, and it's going to make it like a local connection we have here being in Montreal. The person we have to thank for this, and I don't think he gets enough credit, is Kevin Owens, because Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes were friends in WWE.
Yep.
When Cody Rhodes got released, he called the Young Bucks, and this is in the Young Bucks' book, and he told the Young Bucks, hey, can you take care of my friend Cody while he's on
He did the same thing for 2.0 as well, yeah. He's
exactly.
Kevin Owens.
So we have Kevin Owens to thank for creating this, great
Thank you, Kev.
bidding wars and WWE and AEW. Yeah.
Thank you, Vince McMahon, for wiping that Kevin Owens Stone Cold taste out of my mouth on WrestleMania and giving me what I wanted to see in all its glory, botching everything. Vince McMahon and Stone Cold in the ring, one-on-one. That's all I gotta say about that guy. Whatever. Hey, my opinion is based off of me starting to watch wrestling the last couple of years and seeing what's going on. It doesn't impress me. Whatever, he's a good guy, blah, blah, blah. You're right. Alex, I'll take your word for it because you know what you're talking about. If it's just coming from this guy, I'll be like, meh. Or that guy, or that guy over there. It's fucking...
Yeah, that's Claudio Capri.
Speaking of this guy, quick, we got a quick hook promo. I don't know why they showed it. Of what I said last week of him just paying no attention to Danhausen.
Claudio cursed us. Oh, shit.
Oh, God. The curse.
I gotta give him the treatment that Hook gives him. That's fucking... And moving on, we had Jade Cargill, Smart Mark, and the Baddies section is in attendance as we get another promo. Claudio, what do you think of the Baddies section and Jade Cargill going for 30-0 here against, I guess it's official now. What's her name? Shafir? Martina Shafir?
Karina.
Karina. Marina Shafir against Jade Cargill with the Baddies section. Claudio, are you pumped or what?
I'm pumped, Bruno, but I think you should keep the names. You should make say the names right.
Coming from you.
Listen, Frank, we're talking about Bruno here, not me. Okay.
Okay, you're right.
And
we don't talk about who?
Bruno.
Carry on.
Anyways, I think there's something bigger happening here. I think this is all set up because I think the real fight is going to be Jade Cargill versus Serena Deebs. That's where I'm going. Or again, I might, guys might think I'm a salam. I think Trish Stratus is gonna come somewhere in the picture.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Bold statement here on the AEW Dynamite review, as we do every Wednesday night live. And shout out to everyone in the chat circle of debate saying yes, WWE is looking for youth, charisma, and talent. Shout out Bread Fart. Michaela's back. And let's go on. Let's keep it going.
Just the thing with Jade that I liked is that they're teasing more Mark what's his name? Smart Mark Sterling.
Yeah,
that's it. I couldn't get his name right. The dissension between Jade and Mark Sterling. So eventually it's gonna happen. We've always been talking about it.
Wow, we've been talking about it since day one.
Give us jazz, damn it. Give us jazz.
It's coming.
Oh, man, if that happens, I'd be excited for that.
Maybe one last match too. Jazz as a tag match.
I don't see her wrestling, but as a manager, I think she'd do very well in AEW.
Well, she's Thunder Rosa's there, but let's clear all that away. Let's take that away and let's take out the tables because we have the tables match.
Did you hear what Jeff Hardy said, that he does the Swanton Bomb differently now so that he doesn't get hurt? So
so the other guy fucking gets.
Well, your theory, no, because you were saying that it looked weird and everything. He was doing it. It was done on purpose. So it's a modified Swanton Bomb now.
Landed his neck, I guess.
I guess, yeah, but I don't know. But he did tonight though on those tables.
He kills his opponent to save his own back. Right?
Yeah,
what's everyone's reaction to this match? Tables was a good match.
You know what?
Direct from Bret Fart.
Yeah, but it was okay. For me, it wasn't my favorite Hardy's match, but it was. I preferred the one 2 weeks ago, but tonight it was just, I don't know what it was. Something was.
I feel like
about it.
I feel like now it's at the point these matches they're rushing them to.
Let's say they have to have it.
A tag team tables match. That's got to be at least a fucking one of those titled big dynamites where it's like Beach Break or something or a. Or
they wasted it. They just wasted it. They just wasted that.
Quick, 2 weeks ago there was a spot on the table
because they have to put the Hardys on TV. They have to keep them there so people, that's like I understand where they're coming from, but it's in the long run. I don't think it's going to work out that way, man. And you should have
just done a regular match. Honestly.
No, don't put someone else on.
This was a mess.
Put someone else on.
Yeah.
It was a mess. Yeah.
So it's one of these Butcher and Blade are gonna be kind of like in the Santana Ortiz conundrum for a little while, where they're in these storylines with the veterans. At least in the meantime, it's putting them somewhere where they're getting some notoriety because they're alongside a veteran until they get like perhaps down the line some title picture of or whatever, a good serious feud, perhaps, against another young talented team, so they can these guys could hit hard, man. I want to see Butcher and Blade against another team that hit like FTR.
To the point where they're just
FTR, Butcher, Blade, Santana Ortiz. These are
for teams them to lose.
No, not all three together. But I mean, these are teams against each other would all be good matches. You take any one of those.
It's a classic case of putting them in matches. They get the win, so they build up the record, so that when they say, "Oh, look, the record is there. They're the number one contenders."
Exactly.
It makes sense. I understand, but Jesus Christ, man, that's what it's come down to. So what's it come down to? Max
Yeah,
Caster,
and
right?
then-
He must have the shittiest
and then-
singles record in AEW. Every week he loses.
But it
This poor
resets
guy.
it. It
And then-
resets in New Year's.
and
Yeah,
then,
it
you know,
resets
but
in
no,
New Year.
No, but then after every
Stupid.
Hardy's match or Sting match, you always get the outnumbered by Andrade, and then one.
It's
and then
classic.
Hardy,
It's
or-
every time.
Yeah, I mean, look, the first few times was cool. Tonight, I'm like, I have a feeling this is gonna be an intro, and then at the end, I'm like, Sting comes out with a
Andrade
baseball bat.
with the not looking at the back entrance while the music's already been playing for like 45 seconds. Then finally
recognize it.
he does like the
I'm like, yeah. Hold on.
yeah. Tony's gotta do
Boy,
it.
Shimon almost had a heart attack there.
I swear this angle at this point is doing nothing for any.
No.
It's making me not even. I like seeing Sting for that brief moment when it's something at least fun. I'm getting tired of Sting. I'm
it is.
tired as fuck of Andrade.
Yeah.
It's not doing anything for the guys in the ring. The Hardys,
just wanna-
Butcher and Blade.
Eventually gonna happen.
All of these guys, all these teams need to be working against with other teams.
Yeah.
And that's what it comes down to.
But what are you gonna do? You're gonna put Sting with what? With Sammy Guevara? You know what I mean? Like
Something anywhere else. Anywhere else.
Honestly,
they screwed up.
honestly-
They screwed up.
Honestly, I just want to see something. Like Andrade, when he didn't look, he's trying to wonder whose music was coming on. I'm like, bro, don't you know, your own opponent's music? You've been facing him for like the past, I don't know, month. And and I don't know about you, if I'm fighting someone and I hear someone's music, I'm like, oh fuck, it's him. But it's been like a month.
Red Fart's got your back, Claudio.
Red Fart's got your back, Claudio.
Claudio,
That's for sure. You're making
We
friends
told you
here.
going on there, you gotta smile more. People think we're treating you like shit over here. See, Brett Fart thinks you're depressed. Jesus Christ.
Oh, honestly, Brett, I read that really quick. I thought you were saying
about that.
let the guy stop talking. I thought you, because I read that really fast, and I'm not sad.
Let the guy stop
I'm just-
talking. Yes, that's what he said. That's exactly. Brett Fart said, "Let the guy in the top left stop talking."
No, Brett, every time Bruno talks, I feel like having diarrhea. That's why. We're all cool and joking and supporting. All right, keep talking. Bruno.
Claudio, I'm not gonna talk because there's no way I could talk or do a promo just as good as MJF does because he's pissed off. That piggy.
Fix that TV.
Next week, Claudio, you better watch out because there's gonna be double the amount of security in the building, and Wardlow better not try to do what he did again.
That the security from Toys R Us, he said.
And then we have Captain Kirk is going to be fighting against, what's his name? Captain Kirk? Not Captain Kirk.
Shawn Dean.
Shawn Dean is going to be fighting against MJF. And that's pretty big for that. That means this guy must be a good wrestler if
He
MJF
is a
wants
good
to have a
wrestler.
match with him.
Yeah.
By the way, before we continue, look, as awesome as Wardlow's coming in and trolling MJF's guys, are we actually? I want to see. It's about time we see Wardlow in the ring face to face MJF, because this is enough now. Like,
Yeah, but you gotta milk it. You gotta milk
You
it.
can't do it every week.
Yeah,
you can't do it every week.
Yeah.
It's
I
now.
mean,
see, think of it
eventually
like right now,
has to-
Claudio. Okay, you want it to happen, right? So you're gonna watch every single week. They're gonna tease it. And once they go face to face, MJF's gonna roll out of the ring and do like that. And so that now you want to see the match. Now that's if they give it to us right away. Where's the intrigue? Where's
No.
I want to watch
you're right,
AEW
you're right.
Dynamite, right?
No, you're right on that. But I'm saying now it's time. Like MJF actually gets to the ring. MJF runs away. That's what I'm saying.
champ is here.
It's time.
The champ is here.
Yeah. Oh my God, Bruno. Guys, this is how sad it is. Bruno is now he makes the Briscoe brothers look better.
I didn't have my headphone
about
in. So consider yourself lucky and hear what
I
you said.
I said, oh my God, guys, the champ is here. He makes the Briscoe brothers look better.
MJF is a fake Jericho. You know what? Maybe that's. I don't know if that's a bad thing, but
No, Ric Flair. He's not. First of all, not fake. He's a
he's got
new
MJF's
school
got
Ric Flair.
a Chris Jericho. He's got a Ric Flair in him. You know,
Ric
he's.
Flair. Alex, what do you say? You're the one with the most expertise here.
Sure.
Shut
Jericho and Flair, but oh, I thought you were talking to me. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck you, Claudio.
up to Alex.
What do you say?
No, a bit of everything. A bit of everyone. Like
He's
all
his own
the-
package, but
the
he's got
legends.
good traits from everyone.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah,
young.
I was just gonna
so.
say though, MJF. Like, I'm surprised you didn't bring up the fact that he lost by DQ to Shawn Dean. because of CM Punk.
Well,
He
I'm
said
sure
he lost. Didn't he? Didn't he say? Well,
he
they
goes,
said
"Oh,
it
who
on
cares?"
commentary.
Yeah.
They made sure they know it on.
Okay.
They said it on
Oh,
commentary.
was it the same
Sean
thing?
Dean is the
Okay,
only
that's
guy to
true.
beat both of them, and I think he said it. I think he said it in his promo too. I'm pretty sure.
Didn't catch
Well,
all of it.
Yes,
Good.
guy in the top
Didn't
left.
forget.
Before you get sad, you have your hand up.
No, I was gonna say when they said cut to commercial, they showed the preview for Halo on Paramount Plus. So I'm like,
Ooh.
okay, that was interesting.
Are you in that movie, or is that what you're
No.
trying to say? Or?
No, it's a TV show. It's
Oh,
a TV show.
are
I'm
you
like,
in that
okay,
TV show?
okay. No, I'm not. I wish I was. But there we go. Back to the action.
Back to the action. Back to the action.
Okay, Claudio.
Claudio.
Okay, Bruno, calm down now.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
This guy watches one WrestleMania and he thinks he's
back.
Your girlfriend, huh, Bruno? You like that's your girlfriend, huh? Excuse me.
Yes, Vicky Guerrero is my girlfriend. I'll be happy to be Eskimo Brothers with Eddie Guerrero and Lemmy. For those of you who know,
Let's continue with the AEW Dynamite review here before you say something stupid.
Shout out Lemmy.
Shout out Lemmy.
Shout out
Exactly.
Lemmy.
That's it. Keep it going.
We got the same tip.
Do your job.
So Nyla Rose. Did I catch the details here? Did they confirm when this match is happening? Did they say somewhere in Texas? Is that what I heard?
Always in Texas.
in 2 weeks,
Battle
right?
of the Belts.
Yeah.
On the Saturday, April 16th, I think it is. Battle of the Belts.
Yeah. April 16th.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's a special on TNT.
Special
I think, an hour.
Saturday night, maybe,
Yeah.
just maybe.
Yeah.
Check your local listings, Jofo in the ring.
Well, Saturday they're going for that, and I think Friday they said they're going to be live for Rampage, if I'm not mistaken, right? Or is it this week live?
Oh, good point.
Rampage.
I think you're right. It's next week. I think you're right.
Because Adam
Yeah,
Page and
yeah.
Adam Cole, it's going to be on a live Rampage, is what I remember them saying in the
If they're in
promo.
Texas,
So
they have to be-
yeah, so
You're
yeah,
right.
so look out for that. It'd be pretty cool, man.
Look out for
Yeah,
that.
no, Texas.
An actual
Texas
Texas death match in Texas.
one.
Wow,
Yeah.
in Texas though,
Yeah, it's gonna be so fucking good.
for once. Last one was in Miami, no?
Yeah. In the staircase.
Well, listen. In the staircase. We haven't had a good staircase promo in a while. Now I'm kind of missing them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of missing them.
Guys, that means we have to do a promo on the staircase. Let's go.
Wait, we had a promo again next. Jungle Boy, Christian. That wasn't a staircase, but it was some weird back boiler room looking thing.
I just hope that Christian cuts this off, and because you know what? Because I could believe Christian as a
Well, he
heel.
was pissed off there
Yeah.
at the beginning of the promo,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
So I could see that happening too in the future. Hopefully that does happen, but we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Captain Charisma.
Outwork
Looking for your
everybody.
peeps. Bruno, you looking for the peeps?
Outwork everybody.
That's right.
Jungle Boy, he's cute. He's cute.
cute.
Very Saved by the Bell when his promo. He's getting there, like he's trying to do a babyface promo. He's working on it. Again, these guys, just like Adam Page, I don't feel like they're champions yet. I don't feel like they're ready to have the.
Well,
They're jealous. That's why.
the unfortunate thing is that they
Jealous.
are, and they have to try even harder
Because I
to
like
make
them
everyone
is why I
believe.
don't think they should have it. It's not because I don't like them. It's because I like them. That's why I'm saying it.
Welcome to the AEW.
Welcome to AEW. That means that's why anyone could be champion. That's why it says Frank Jofo on this belt.
He's the champ. Who's that? Strong name.
I didn't have a chance
You,
to change
you
it.
should put a piece of tape and put your name on it, Bruno. Like,
Well, it'll happen. It'll happen.
Actually,
Because when
Actually, when I come over, guys, I'm gonna take duct tape and I'm gonna put it on there and put Claudio.
Oh, we
Alright?
moved Claudio. You didn't know?
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
we did.
we moved to NDG now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
know?
We're not telling you where we live.
you didn't know,
not on air. That's for sure.
Okay. All right.
I'm just
Yeah,
joking.
yeah,
I'm just
yeah,
joking.
Yeah, no, especially not on there.
I'm just
Fucking
joking.
idiots.
Going on now with the action here with the Select the Brew.
let's
The
take
AEW interim
Before we
world
get
champion.
to there's two more matches left in the card. Since we just went through a couple promos, let's do this last promo. We saw Swerve. I always fuck up his name. Strickland.
Strickland.
Shane Swerve.
Strickler.
Sean
That's
Swerve. Sean Swerve or Shane Swerve.
Whatever you want to call him.
What is it?
Shane.
Shane
No, you got
Swerve
it.
Scott.
Strickland.
Well, I'd say it was Shane Swerve Scott.
Every
In
time I
WWE.
ask, 'cause this is always our conversation. Every time I bring him up. So,
Swerve, you could call him.
he just got back from the Grammys where his friend, I don't know who his name is,
His name was Prophet.
won 2 awards for producing for Justin Bieber and so and so.
His name was Prophet, the guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Not,
you whacked out. What's wrong with you?
I had it. I was doing 1,000. I swear to God, I was moving the car. I had it on in the
just
car. I
looked
was
into your eyes. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you look like you're.
It's like, where are you from, guys? He's from Florida. We're from Montreal, Canada.
Montreal.
Montreal, Canada, the city of the Montreal screw job. Yeah, sorry.
The city of the dreams.
Anyways, so what did he address in this? He pretty much talked, and then we got this whole the beatdown. Correct? That's when the beatdown happened.
By the way, I like how the answer was to the camera guy. Oh, go follow him. Like, god damn, man.
He's not gonna get ready for my match. Then he's got jumped.
And then Keith Lee grabbed the guy and just tossed him.
Keith Lee, that was good. Destroyed Hobbs through that
Classic Keith Lee.
He moves slow, man.
Movies.
That's a guy who got his money from AEW and said, you know what? They took me.
He took advantage of the hype behind him coming out of WWE. It's a smart move. But now don't be the same person you were in WWE and prove to everybody that you're that same guy. Like, at least do something different.
Did I
like,
hear
it's
someone?
exactly the same. It's like I felt like I was watching NXT right there. Right there.
Yeah, but at least
point.
he's not Bearcat though. So you have
okay, I understand. That's for sure.
Did I hear somewhere that one of the things WWE had a problem with him was his way that he talks? They wanted him to change it.
Yeah,
and
it was good on NXT, but it wasn't good on the main roster.
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it was one of the things, and I'm kind of not down for what he is and what he looks like. This big beast, and it's weird. It is kind of weird.
Guys, all we could say is that Keith Lee is out of the frying pan and into the fire. All right.
We're gonna have to see what he's made of, man. Because there's a lot of hype behind him, but he's still doing the same shtick as he was in NXT, right? So I don't know.
But you see, in WWE, he was in the frying pan. All right, here he's in the fire.
Yeah, but at least he was NXT champion and North American champion at the same time. Like, there was a lot of stuff like they gave to him, like opportunities and stuff. And I don't know, man. It's just It's just weird to see, man. Like, not to say like everybody has to be a champion that comes from WWE and AEW. I understand, but I don't know, man. Like, there's.
Hold on, guys. Have to do the Keith.
At least he's not wrestling on Dark yet. Fuck, I don't know.
Thank God.
Thank God.
Thank God.
But anyways,
Montreal Screwjob, Brett. Are you serious? You don't know what we're talking about? Montreal Screwjob. How old are you?
I
first
said
off?
the city of Montreal Screwjob, and he wrote Montreal Screwjob. Yay!
Okay. I just saw a question mark though at the end. My eyes went to the question mark.
That's a move you would do. You put a question mark when you don't have to put a question mark there.
Or maybe it is a question mark. Brett, are you asking a question or are you stating something? Moving on, one statement that was made tonight was that Julia Hart has no time for the what do they call the Hollywood Blondes? No, varsity
Blondes. I'm 12.
The Varsity Blondes. I'm 12. Oh, nice to have you.
It was Jofo podcast that said that.
Oh, you guys have to put this.
Oh, you were talking to Brett. Oh, Jofo,
are you okay or what?
Hit me up in the DMs, Jofo, because I think we can talk about other things. I'm a fan of. I'm not gonna say too much. Anyways, Julia Hart is officially turned heel. Pulling out all the stops to be kicked out. Her backup was raking the ice. Jump started on my girl Hikaru Shida. I'm happy she's back. She's definitely one of the best in AEW.
No, Serena Deeb is.
Shida is just as good. I can't wait for them to finish up their feud. They're gonna have another big match down the line. Hopefully, it's surrounded a title down the line.
It's whoever wins out of that little rivalry is going to be the next contender.
Well, Serena Deeb got her notice because of her feud with Shida because they
but there's unfinished business there as well.
Unfinished business.
We'll see what happens with that.
What are you guys' impression? I think this is the first time we saw Julia Hart in a long match like this, big match.
Yeah. But
I was impressed.
By the way, I just want to ask this question. How fucking long is that Malachi Black curse? Because she's been having that patch for like a few months.
Long-term storyline. There's long-term storytelling, man.
Okay, because I'm like, no, but honestly, if I was Hikaru Shida, I would have just poked her other eye out and kicked her in the tits or something, and then call it 1, 2, 3, and you know what? I would have done that. I mean, if I was a girl, I would have been Hikaru Nakamura. I would go out to her and just poke her in the eye and just slap her in the face, give her 1, 2, 3, and then there we go. I mean, at one point, I just poke her in the fucking other.
That just gave away your strategy, Claudio.
The dirtiest podcaster in the game.
There he is,
Claudio Capri.
Poke a woman in the eye has wearing an eye patch. You're disgusting.
The mouthpiece of the Dirty Four.
You're
disgusting. The Dirty Four member. Right?
The Dirty Four member.
Subscribe to the channel.
Claudio, that's got to be your new title. The dirtiest podcaster in the game.
Oh shit.
Claudio Capri.
Poking women in their eye.
I think we got his new we got his new gimmick
Unbelievable.
here on Wednesday nights. The dirtiest podcaster in the game.
An animal.
Claudio
It's
Capri.
very good. I would just poke her in the eye and slap her with a sandal sign, and be 1, 2, 3, then I get money and I win.
Mute Claudio.
Spot on.
What is a dirty four?
Tell me too young.
Yeah, Brett, you're gonna have to tune in Sunday nights on Dirty Four podcast, where I and 3 other comedians talk about all kinds of stuff.
There you go.
There you go.
And Frank is there usually. We try to get Bruno, but he's too busy. And
That's
Alex,
correct.
well, he's just tired. But but we're talking about entertaining stuff. So
And talking about entertainment, Julia Hart was entertaining tonight in a good match.
Yeah, I think she did good. It's about time they did something with her. Like,
Yeah.
you know, they were teasing, like, was it last week or no, 2 weeks ago when she
opportunity,
was just,
man.
at
Give her
on
that
the corner.
opportunity. You
It's
never
like a
know.
coming out party tonight, officially, pretty much. Well, get your minds out of the gutter there. I mean, coming out party, like they're putting her like in a storyline here on Dynamite on the main show.
Oh, I follow.
Calm down. Malachi Black has to get her other eye now, so that'll be good.
Or maybe you get extra time. I don't know.
Yeah,
Poking
and she'll
women
be
in the eye.
She'll be the blind savage. Yeah. What is it about wrestling? No, it's about different kinds of stuff. It's entertainment in general. Brett,
See, that is podcast entertainment over here, and this is podcast information and podcast knowledge. And
you've been given.
And we will take you to school every week on the Dynamite Review, just like we were taken to school on the main event tonight.
Bruno looks like a woman.
You write these down during the day or what?
Off the cuff, baby. And they just keep coming. It's what I do.
Sounds gay.
Call me. You're gonna like this one because you're about to make fun of me. Call me Mr. Transition.
Oh man, hope that doesn't stick.
We will take you to school right here every Wednesday night. FTR Young Bucks. Who wants to go first? Main event. Who wants to kick it off?
I had FTR out of the way. There was no other way to see it or see around it. Honestly, I had a. At one point I thought the Young Bucks were going to take it, but that's what I like too, man. I like to have that intrigue in a match, which they had. Great storytelling in a match, great wrestling, great. It was just a great all-around match, and I'm happy that FTR are still the AAA and the Ring of Honor champions. And I'm sure one day they're going to have all 3 of those belts, plus with the AEW Tag Team Champions too. So I'm glad, but it was a great match.
Did you watch the Ring of Honor, the Briscoes versus FTR?
No.
It was actually.
I wish I did. You did?
It was, yeah, it was intense, but
I love
I
both tag
knew,
teams.
yeah, but I knew that the FTR were gonna win because of what I've been reading since Briscoes cannot sign with AEW. I'm like, I knew it.
They will though.
And then,
They will eventually.
you think so?
They will.
You think so?
They will.
In
They
time,
will.
I think they
In
will.
time.
Not
I don't think so. I don't
Let
think
things.
so.
What do they say? They let things lie under the bed or whatever it's that saying there. Let the bad
Nah, I
things.
don't know.
People forget the bad things, and that's it. A month or 2 down the line, when something happens, I'm sure they'll be there. So.
Trying to piece together. I'm trying to see what quote that could possibly.
Well,
be.
where's your quote page here? You've been writing them down all day here. You didn't have one
I
for
don't
me.
write them down. They're off
Piece
the
of
cuff. There's some freestyles on the fly. That's what we do here. It's not just 8 tracks.
So what's next? No, what's next now for FTR now? Who's
that's the big question.
That's the big question.
Okay, let's not get there. Let's unpack here. Did anything stand out in the match to anybody?
For me, yeah, it was a great match, like we all said. But And I was with you, Frank, too. I thought the Young Bucks could win, even though knowing that, okay, there are 2 titles on the line.
Yeah.
They're not going to win 2 titles. They're not going to be AAA
But
and
that's such a Young Bucks move too, though, right? In the end, it's like, okay, we'll just take these titles here. Thank you very
great
much.
spots, like the double sharpshooter, stereo sharpshooters from FTR, and even like the finishing sequence. Holy shit! They like it was a Dax intercepted the Meltzer driver, then did the rebound powerbomb, and then Cash did the tombstone at the same time.
Did you notice? I had a little shade of maybe FTR was a little tribute to Gargano and Ciampa. Remember how they won against FTR? It was like they were doing they had their finishing moves on each other right in the middle of the ring at the same time. And that match too in NXT was a great match.
Amazing.
But I thought it was like that was the first thing that came to my head because the last time I remember them doing that was with they were called DIY, do it yourself, and they ended up winning that match, Gargano and Ciampa. But yeah, maybe it could have been a little bit of tribute. We'll see. But no, honestly, FTR is the complete package. The complete package. Imagine if they get Bret Hart as their manager. If it does happen, like that would just like the possibilities, man.
Like FTR versus Young Bucks is the perfect, Bret Hart versus Shawn Michaels, Hart Foundation versus the Rockers. It's like
there you go.
Clearly to a T, and like said. That would be amazing.
Well said.
I have to admit though, the Young Bucks they're coordinating their moves very well together tonight. I'm like, that is what a tag team, because you know what, they are. Yeah. Well, no, besides that, I loved what they did, what FDR did to one of the FTR members when he kissed him on the cheek.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like, oh, that is good. And then when they were going back and forth, counting 1, 2, 3, I'm like, that was intense.
Circle of the Debate. Right now, we're seeing them transitioning to baby faces, so FTR should get another AEW tag team title run. I do agree, and that's great. They were getting booed a couple weeks ago, so just to say like that's great storytelling. And that storytelling in general. I'm saying FTR makes people believe, and not a lot of tag teams or individual wrestlers are able to be bad and good and on a flip of a switch. So kudos to FTR, and I could see big things happening for them in the future for sure.
Question to you guys: now that they're officially babyface, what's the path to the AEW tag title since it's held by clearly baby
Red Dragon
faces?
is going to beat them next week.
You think just like that?
Red Dragon's the new tag team champion.
Just like that next week on a match that was made 1 week before?
Wow, they've been going back and forth.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, that's it. They've
the
been
week
in
by week.
Like combination matches, 6-man tags.
Exactly. The narrative is there, so we're gonna. It's. I would honestly, I could see both. I could see both Adam Cole and Red Dragon becoming champions next week, or at least one of the two. That's for sure, 100%.
Yeah, no, hold on. Circle of Debates are right now the biggest question, gentlemen. After next Wednesday, when with the Adam and Hangman feud is over, what's next for the upcoming storylines heading to Double or Nothing?
That's a good question.
I think it'll be a refresh time. It'll be like,
I think
because if Adam Cole wins,
Red Dragon, maybe after Red Dragon.
Adam Cole wins. I think if Adam Cole loses, it's like, do they give him another shot at Double or Nothing? Wouldn't make any sense. So I don't know where that would...
Because we have CM Punk on the horizon, right? He's saying that he's the next challenger, so it has to be I guess Punk versus Adam Cole. If we're saying maybe Adam Cole wins.
CM Punk will go? You think CM Punk will go heel to go after Adam Page? But no.
No, he's going to go after Adam Cole.
Okay, that's the best.
Both could work though. I think both could work.
Yeah.
If Adam Cole loses,
I think it's better if he beats Adam Cole though. No, it's not good for Adam Page to lose.
Either way, CM Punk is next in line, win or lose for Adam Cole. But I think Adam Cole does win that championship. Can be even a triple threat, or straight up CM Punk versus Adam Cole. But
they might,
you get more of a crowd reaction because people hate Adam Cole more.
But either way,
if it's Adam Page, CM Punk. They like both.
They could just either pull the trigger on Adam Page and CM Punk if they really want to. At this point, I don't even think they care who's good or bad.
But the emotion in the match, it's like you get more of a crowd reaction when it's like a clear heel and a clear face, as opposed to the reaction you get when it's two baby faces. Yeah. It's like everyone's all happy.
The thing with Adam Cole is that I don't think they want to redo like an MJF storyline, because Adam Cole has said that CM Punk is one of the reasons he got into pro wrestling, and he's like pattered himself.
So the storyline's already there already. It's already.
Yes, you
it's-
have that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Where-
Let's not redo it too much with the thing with MJF and Punk, but to an extent, it would be good too. They
where
would
do you
have great back and forth on the mic. Sorry.
Where do you think? Where do you
Yours.
think the Hardys? No, where do you think the Hardys is going to fit in all this? That's what I'm also.
They have to
trying
build
figure
their
out.
they have to build their record as a tag team. That's what I think they're doing right now. That's why they're fighting these
How
matches
long-
every week, and obviously
Yeah.
there's no contention in any of these matches. It's not like they're underdogs in these matches. So building the record so that it makes sense
how
when they
long do you
do go
think-
up against a tag team champion because in the end maybe they could go after the AAA titles in AEW or the Ring of Honor titles in AEW. That's the whole thing with having Ring of Honor and doing business with all these other promotions is that you could defend one of these titles here. Or I'll go to Ring of Honor and you'll have the Hardys versus FTR in Ring of Honor or something. You know, we'll see what happens, man. There's a lot of possibilities, but
You have one right there.
but if they
I don't
do
know.
if they do make CM Punk the next challenger, then Hangman should go over Punk to elevate his title run, and you can say that he beat two former WWE. Go down.
Champion, WWE and Ring of Honor
Hardys have
champion.
Ring of Honor
nostalgia on their side. No need to build. They're gonna get one run. Yeah, no, Brett, you're right. They are, but eventually, going back to the Hardys, do you think they're gonna turn on each other though?
Yeah, but CM Punk as a heel, what like I think if he does something heelish, they'll still cheer for him in the end. I think he's that kind of guy. They're not going to boo him. They're not going to boo him because what? Because he tripped Adam Page when he was coming out of the ring. I don't know. Like it does. I don't know. It's tough, man. But AEW does do the matches that good versus good, bad versus bad. So in the end, sometimes maybe you don't even need that good versus evil kind of thing. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. There's a lot of possibilities out there, a lot of matches that haven't been played out yet, and that's why I'm excited to see. But I hope there's at least some kind of hook, no pun intended, to have these matches. You know, like just don't give them to me. Give me something to feed off of and to get involved in, to get emotionally involved in these matches. But we're gonna have to wait and see.
Wait, by the way, before we leave, where's Jay White? I haven't seen him in a while.
He's been doing stuff with
weird,
Impact.
though.
He's been doing stuff with. I think he had a match with Speedball Mike Bailey this past weekend or last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
Because
No,
no,
go ahead,
because I was thinking like I saw him like once or twice in AEW, but then after that, I haven't seen him. He hasn't.
it's like the status quo in AEW. You come for a bit and then you leave. But like I said, they have relationships with New Japan, with Impact, like Circle Debate is saying, and there's, like I said, the possibilities are endless. But if AEW is going to just keep on bringing in guys from New Japan, Impact to lose to AEW guys, I'm sure guys in the brass in New Japan and Impact, and they're going to say like, "What the hell? I'm going to bring my guys always to lose." That's the main reason why WWE doesn't do these things, because you always have to look good in the end, and you're not going to send WWE guys to AEW to lose. That's the whole point. So. I don't know. We'll see what Tony does. He's got a lot of things to play with so far right now. Newly acquired Samoa Joe too. So we're gonna have to just wait and see. I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, it's interesting too because Tony Khan's mentioned that you might see like ROH World Champion Jonathan Gresham on the show, and like you have a storyline right there with Samoa Joe, with CM Punk, with Bryan Danielson.
That's what I'm
He's been
saying.
saying that he wants to face all of them, and I hope at least one of them is on AEW TV.
There could be a
Jonathan
great
Gresham.
invasion angle too. You could have WWE guys, Ring of Honor guys. You could have Impact guys. You could do Japan guys. Like a war is war. I don't know what the hell they'll call it, but something's brewing there. I have a tingling feeling that there's going to be some kind of like a company versus company and some kind of sort like that. But
So when NWO invaded WWF kind of thing.
yeah, well, no, when WCW was the invasion, WCW, ECW, and WWF.
Well, look, there's one thing we know is for sure is that everything is possible, but we don't know what could happen.
There you go.
But
That's
the
another
only
thing too.
thing-
Circle debate. You can't forget about Kenny Omega as well.
Yeah.
So-
yeah.
When is he
No,
coming
listen,
back?
By the end of the year.
all we could do is speculate
yeah.
and figure out what we think is best to happen and what we hope to happen. The only thing that is certain
Is
that
Adam Cole is winning
each
the
and
championship and Kenny Omega is coming back on Rampage.
Yes.
Remember that.
That
Remember I just
and that
said.
also, and that we are here live every
Ooh.
Wednesday night, directly after Dynamite. Us, Me, Frank, Alex, Claudio, everybody in the chat that joins in with us. Circle of Debate, Michaela, Brett Fart, Jofo Podcast. Don't hate me if I can't remember the rest of the names that were there earlier. Final thoughts, everybody, on tonight before we get the heck out of here.
It was a good night. I enjoyed it.
There you go. See, another turnaround. Saturday night, you said you didn't like it. We went through the show. You ended up liking it. It happened a couple of weeks ago. Alex?
Yeah, 2 great matches to start and end the show. And the rest of the middle, some wasn't great, like, let's be honest. But, you know, overall, very enjoyable episode.
Yeah, less ranting on my part. I think I enjoyed this one a little bit more better than last week. Yeah. Not to say I didn't enjoy it last week, but I like to speak my mind. And this week, you know what? It showed that AEW is going forward. And you know what? You can't be stuck in those. Like, you have to give us those matches. Yes, I want to see these matches, but give us a hook. You know.
Shout out to King of Hueco Mundo.
Oh,
FTR killed it. They definitely did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Subscribe to our channel, my friend. If you haven't, take a second and hit that subscribe button.
He loved the show. He's a good show.
Beautiful. I like it. Appreciate that.
Listen, guys, we're getting out of here. Again, another good week. Oh, before we go, Frank, we have a big announcement of one of our friends here in Jofo in the Ring has a big match coming up. You told me earlier before we went on air.
Oh, wow.
There's a Savage
takeover. PJ Savage and his crew are going to be taking on the Shane Taylor Promotions at Invictus Pro Wrestling. If I were able to go to this event, I would, but I can't. But if anyone's in the area, please go and support PJ Savage. These guys are doing some great work, and dreams do come true. So, you know what? They've been talking about it for a long time. Big match between his boys versus Shane Taylor Promotions, and we are big fans of Shane Taylor and his promotion as well. So it's going to be a great match to see, and hopefully we get to watch it live. Maybe we'll see. Maybe we'll do a watch along for it, but.
That might be good.
Congratulations to PJ Savage and the crew, man. Keep up the great work, man.
So we'll see next week. We'll see what happens on Dynamite. And with regards, we'll see if Shane Taylor Promotions is ready to get savage this week. We'll see everyone next week. Thank you for tuning in, everyone. Thank you in the chat. Let's kick it off next week. We'll continue where we left off.
And remember, wrestling is life.